Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And normally she does not sit in on many of these video game videos, but we're going to talk about a game she's probably never heard of before now. Black Myth Wukong.
Never heard of it.
Which is like the Monkey King, I think, kind of, and it's a whole thing. It's a game that a lot of people were kind of looking forward to. It is made by a developer in China, and now apparently review codes or copies are being sent out, and they've got some pretty interesting guidelines for reviewers. They're basically telling them to stick to reviewing the game, but they're not being super nice about it. And this is the climate that we're in current year with video games, when you have to remind people not to get political in your video game review, not to bring up feminism in your video game review, because we won't like it. We won't like it if we give you a copy, and that's what you use.
Not to mention COVID.
Not to mention COVID, yes.
Surprisingly, monkeypox was not off the table.
Oh, are you allowed to? Oh my God. Yeah, that's, well, I think when they sent these out, that wasn't quite the scare it is right now. But let's talk about this, because there are some outlets that are having a huge issue with it. But again, if I were a game developer, I don't know if I would. I probably would lay down some guidelines too, like, hey, yeah, could you just review the game and not interject your own politics or your own hot takes into the game, because the game has nothing to do with your political opinions. And we've seen this a lot. You know, Genshin Impact now is getting it. They're getting it because they had a new region in the game, the fictional game, and Twitter users felt like there should be darker skinned characters. So now we even have the Western voice actors, the English voice actors attacking MiHoYo, you know, over this fictional region of the game. So they're probably concerned. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do. Woohoo. Gotta give a hat tip to Peter Pischke, who is retweeting our good friend Paul Tassi. Not actually our friend. Sorry. Paul kind of fell off a little bit.
Paul. Anyway, continue.
But yeah, this is how I was made aware of it. The do's and don'ts that they are sending out to reviewers. They said, do's, enjoy the game. Okay. Don'ts. Do not insult other influencers or players. Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Reasonable, right? If you're going to review it. Do not use offensive language or humor.
That sounds like a reasonable request.
That's also a reasonable request. Do not include politics, violence, nudity, feminist propaganda, fetishes, and other content that instigates negative discourse.
So basically what they should, like what Hollywood should be doing in general, which is, you know, stick to what it's about.
Stick to sports, right?
Yeah, don't insert a bunch of other things in it that you don't need to do that to cause a negative response out of potential customers.
But why would they think that gaming journos are going to do that? Why
would they think that? I have no idea.
There are years of examples as to why they would think a video game reviewer would insert politics into a game review. I mean, hell, even the PlayStation 5 review, was it Polygon or Kotaku? I can't remember which.
About the holes?
That was the Xbox. The other one was about Trump.
Yes.
And they couldn't be happy about the PlayStation 5.
Because people were poor and Trump.
Yeah, Trump was president, so they couldn't be happy about the PlayStation 5.
They were just given.
That they were given. The free PlayStation 5 that people would have killed to get a hold of, because nobody could get one when they first came out.
Except for us, because I was smart.
You did get one. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But like, they had to make it all about politics. So yeah, I can't imagine why. Do not use trigger words such as quarantine or isolation or COVID-19. Okay, whatever. Do not discuss content related to China's game industry, policies, opinions, news, etc. Yeah, a lot of people want to bring up, well, it's a Chinese game company and blah, 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 blah. They're just like, could you just review the game? And this is apparently a very controversial take because people are pissed.
How dare you tell me that you're giving me a free code to review the game if I only review the game?
They didn't say.
And don't try to go after other people, and don't try to make it about things it's not, and don't try to cause negative discourse so that it affects the company behind the game.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you just review the game? Again, this isn't coming with any other strings attached to it. It's not like they're saying...
You have to say it's great when it's not.
You have to say it's great. That's a very Disney thing. It's like, well, you know, say nice things or else you're not going to get another free cupcake, right? No, they're just like, review the game. just keep it about the game. That's what seems pretty reasonable to me, but whatever. This is videogames.si.com. Black Myth Wukong streamers asked not to mention feminist propaganda in COVID. Oh my God. Hero Games sent multiple content creators an email asking they don't mention specific topics. How dare they?
Are they part of the game? If not, why would you mention it at all?
Yeah. I said the document that they got from Blue Sky, it was also on X. They said it was shared originally by French content creator and journalist Benoit Exerve Renier. Is that correct? Well, you speak French.
Not that well.
Okay, so Exerve. He's been in the business for 15 years and formerly served as the editor of French gaming website Game Cult. He published a video discussing the document and said he would not be showing the game on his channel outside of the aforementioned video. Yeah, some gaming journos are boycotting it. There are certain now the sites that are reviewing it are saying the game is very good. I've seen mostly nines.
Which of the don'ts are they boycotting it over? Let's take one guess. You know, I mean, because none of these things
politics.
What's that have to do? But what's that have to do with the game? If it doesn't relate to the game, why would you need to put it in there?
Because it's current year, and if you don't talk about politics in your video game review in current year, you're siding with the oppressors.
I can't.
Yeah, don't use trigger words like COVID. Don't discuss content related to China's game industry.
Because they want to sell games. They don't want you to use being from China as a reason to bring all this stuff up when it's not related to the game.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I don't understand what the problem is. Unless like these things are in the game and somehow COVID relates to the game, unless we're worried people think that's Wuhan, I don't understand like why you would bring it up anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, look, again, the fact that they have to bring this up now, shows us exactly where we're at with the video game industry. Because you don't have to agree with, whatever the policies are in China or whatever. You can have your own opinion about politics, whatever, but it doesn't have anything to do with the game. So what you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bizarre to bring that stuff up anyway. Bucky from Pal World, he's the PR manager for Pal World. He says the most upsetting thing about this document is the extra space between the apostrophe and the S. Yeah, he's probably like, this is a pretty rational take. Could you please just review our game?
Well, they mean like, the don'ts. Yeah. Here's the thing. It's like, nothing. Okay, they're not saying you have to enjoy the game. They're not saying you have to say that the game's good.
Yeah. This person said, I saw someone say the first wave of creators didn't get this, but the second wave did. I don't know if I would trust a Kotaku or a Polygon.
So many people are defending this on Twitter, but companies restricting speech as a condition of reviewing their products isn't something I ever thought people would champion. They're not restricting. The fact that they have to spell it out, if it's not related to the game, please don't bring up these things, is this common sense. Like, why, if the game has nothing to do with those things, would you bring them up at all? Why are you going to make it about politics and stuff when it doesn't need to be? Like,
right. I mean, yeah, it's like, look, again, you can have your own opinions on that, but it has nothing to do with the game itself. If they're giving you a game to review, and they're not telling you have to give it a glowing review. You can stick to the guidelines, review the game, and think the game is trash. But that's based on the merit of the work itself and not the political aspect.
Interpretation. Be professional in making your review.
Yeah, but the person above it with all the flags in their username do not include feminist propaganda. Yikes.
Then don't play it, I guess.
Yeah, this person here says, I can't wait to play it. It's actually become a selling point. I can't wait to play it. I miss the days when games were just good or bad instead of having to check a bunch of boxes because people are so sensitive. Like, was the game fun or not? Games should be judged on mechanics, not politics or catering to sensitive types. Yeah, it's so weird anyway because, like, Genshin Impact has a certain audience here in the US, right? And they're all ass mad about everything that's not politically correct. And I'm like, I can pretty much guarantee you that the developers at MiHoYo feel like the developers of this game do. I'm just putting it out there. And we're starting to see that
just don't
now.
Play the game then.
Don't play the game.
Don't take a code. Don't play the game. No problem.
This isn't true. Enjoy the game, but only the way we think you should.
That's what they said.
No.
Enjoy the game, but don't make it about COVID when it has nothing to do with it. That's what they're saying.
This person said, I'm buying this game now. Yeah. No, I agree. based. I already love these guys. And the people that are playing it, I have seen some of the reviews. Most of the reviews are good. They're above 8.
Now, somebody else said that they were not sent that. So some reviewers were sent it, and maybe it's a case of some reviewers that were sent it because they have a history.
Yes.
And like, you know, I've always found like if you've signed a contract and there's like these weird clauses on it, it's because somebody did something that put that clause on there.
Yes.
Like don't ride your bicycle in the house or something like that, which we've actually seen a lease like that.
Oh my God.
Don't bring, muddy something in the house because people did it. And that's why they have to add it to the thing. Like you wouldn't think people would be that stupid. But they, like the hot curling irons, don't, for external use only.
Yeah.
Like, okay, because people are stupider than you think, and they're there for a reason. That clause about the curling iron is there for a reason.
Yes. Yeah, and it's crazy, and it's I mean, again, the fact that we have to spell it out for people, because they don't want to have that kind of stuff associated with their brand is kind of.
I'm spelling it out for you. Curling irons are for external use only.
Yes.
Especially when they're plugged in.
Yes, that's really unfortunate, and I'm sure somebody doesn't have as much fun as they used to because of the McDonald's. Why they have the warnings on the coffee cups now?
Yeah,
they're
there for a reason.
You put it between your legs and
so
burnt your bits. Anyway,
got it. Anyway, we're talking about coffee, not the curling iron. So we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. There you go, guys. If you get a review code, you're not supposed to talk about.
Well, it depends. Not everybody got that letter. So
if you're a known instigator who talks about feminist propaganda, COVID, and politics, you're going to get a little warning when you
most likely, yes.
Most likely. All right, let's wrap it up.
Yep.
Please subscribe. We'll talk later.
Bye.